How and when did you meet your wife?
Oh, we were both students at the University of Florida, and I met her there on campus.
Were you at first attracted to your partner, or you saw someone else originally?
Wait, what do you mean? When I saw her, I was attracted to her, but are you asking if I ever dated anyone before her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I dated other people before her. When I my wife wasn't the first person I dated.
All right. Did your wife first love you, or you loved her first?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Sammer. I guess you'd have to ask her. And gosh, I don't know. I, I honestly don't know. I remember her when we were like first married. I was dating someone else before I met my wife, and then I broke up with her. And then when I was, she told me that she wanted to date someone like me. Well, I guess she got me.
All right. When did you two
Sorry, I didn't answer your question because I can't speak for her, but I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. All right.
So when you two decided to actually be a couple, did anyone to like object to it, or were there any supporters of you, or is it just you two?
Oh no, Art. I mean, no one objected to it. As far as no one came out and said, "Oh, don't go date her." I mean, we've been married for 28 years, so something must have worked. But yeah, no one objected to it. And when my family met her, they really liked her and grew to love her. And I think that her family feels the same about me.
Was there a time where you both considered splitting up, or like was there any like major drama that affected your relationship?
Not that I can think of, no major drama, and we've never even thought of like splitting up when we were dating or getting a divorce. We've never talked about anything like that. We're both pretty mellow people.
That's a good marriage.
I think so. I hope she feels the same way.
Hopefully. So
Yeah.
how did you know you wanted to marry her?
Oh gosh, Simmer. Hmm, that's hard to explain. I loved her. I don't know. Gosh, that's tough. I don't know when, you know, hmm, when something's right, you just get that feeling about it.
Yeah.
That, I guess. I didn't have a list or anything, and like of yes, what I wanted from a partner and no's, and check things off. I mean, I wasn't that analytical about it. I just we dated. I fell in love with her. I don't know if there's not really some cool story to it. Sorry if I'm boring.
I mean that's okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Were you planning on having any kids, or did it just happen with the marriage? And how many did you want?
Well, we have three daughters. Um, my wife comes from a family of three, and I came from a family of two. I guess there was never any talk about not having children. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but we didn't have any surprises either.
All right.
So I guess they were all planned.
What was your reaction that you didn't have any boys?
Oh, I was perfectly fine with that.
All right. So
Because, well, I grew up in a house with just me and my brother. So I didn't have any sisters or didn't know what having daughters would be like, but I wouldn't change anything. I'm happy that we have three daughters. We love them very much.
all right. So would you say your wife shaped the way you act today, or you believe you would be relatively the same?
Oh my gosh, yeah, she shaped the way that I am today, and having daughters shaped the way I am today.
All right. The last question is: do you have any advice for youth who are seeking relationships at a young age?
How young? Like your age?
Yeah, around my age.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Well, and you know why? Y'all don't even know yourselves yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're still experimenting and learning about
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So I think it's better to figure out who you are Now, when you become a couple, you grow together and experience things together. But I never dated in high school. I just didn't have time for it. So I just think you need to figure out who you are first before you drag someone else into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if someone was
at the age of 16 or 17, you sure don't know who you are. And if you're the same person when you're 50 as you were at 16 or 17, you failed along the way because you haven't grown as a person.
okay. So if
Does
they
that make sense?
yeah, so if they were at a marriageable age, what would you advise them?
Like for what?
Like, would you say if you were to approach your partner to do this, that, and the other, or
I don't know what you're asking, sorry.
just advice for people who are going into marriage and are actually of age?
Oh, be honest with each other first and foremost. So be honest with each other, be kind to each other. Don't ever go to sleep mad.
Okay.
You just got to talk and work things out and try, because some people aren't talkers and you just got to try and work things out.
Okay.
But now, saying all that, I have in my life taught people that started dating in my class, or they were in my class when they started dating, and they're married now, and that's like multiple couples. It's not one or two, it's like 5 to 8. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just depends on who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in life, you don't know, I guess you don't know who you are or what you're good at or anything until you do it.
I guess that makes sense. So that's the last question, by the way.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope I did okay. I hope I passed.
Yeah, you're at 7 minutes right now.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Gomi, for helping me answer my questions.
Yeah. Anytime you need help. And you're not going to be at school tomorrow, right? Because it's Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Remember, you have a test Monday, right?
Yeah, and a quiz today.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, hey, thanks for asking me those questions, Sammer.
No problem, Mr. Gormley.
All right, man. I'll see you Monday, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday.
Okay. See you. Have a good weekend.
You too.